Hey, welcome to another episode of the Take Two podcast. I'm your boy Terrence. Over there we got Jason, and today we're going to dig into a little bit of sci-fi. We're going to talk about Project Hail Mary. Very
Yeah,
interesting movie. What you got, Jay?
man, very, very interesting movie, man. I very much enjoyed it. I will put a small disclaimer out there: is I was listening to the book on Audible prior to watching this movie, so I have some thoughts.
Oh, so I wish you would have told me that. I would have read the book too to have a nice little contrast.
I didn't want you to do that just
Okay.
because they 99% of the times everyone says the book's better, right?
Yeah.
And I agree with that in most cases, and in this case in particular as well. I do think the book is better. So I didn't want you to have any of those like. I wish I didn't because I think I would like this movie even more if I didn't read
Gotcha.
the book. I did like the movie very much. It's a
Yeah.
very family friendly sci-fi, an introduction to sci-fi type of movie for kids, but it's something that the entire family can enjoy. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah. So I'm real big into sci-fi, man. I'm really intrigued by space and what's out there, and
Yeah.
it's mind-boggling when you're talking about space and time because most people can't grasp how far things are, and we sent the spaceship. I think that how many light years was away? I'm drawing a blank.
On in the movie,
Yeah, was it four
I
light
I
years?
have no idea. It was long.
Right. And they
It was
built a
far.
near light speed spacecraft, which a
Right.
lot of people don't understand. According to physics, light speed is an unachievable speed. So near light speed, which was interesting. So I thought it was very interesting, especially since they used the life forms that they found that's destroying the sun
Uh
and
huh.
use them as their projectile
Right.
fuel. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. For sure. The astrophage. Right.
Astrophage, yeah.
Yeah. That was the. I will be the first person to say like I am not a huge science person. I love sci-fi, but when we talk about like actual science, I don't know what that. I
Yeah,
was never
yeah,
great in science. But preface my comments with that because I feel like the science in this felt like it checked out as
right.
little as I know about science. It feels like, oh, okay, this makes sense to my brain, who is not a very sciencey brain in the first place. So I am interested in what like the science community feels about
Yeah,
this movie.
yeah,
But I always love it when it feels like the science would check out. I'm sure
yeah.
Neil deGrasse Tyson will rip it apart.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think the one piece that kind of didn't really check out for me is all right, he's traveling at near light speed to get to this other solar system that's not being affected by these astrophage,
Right?
but they never slowed the aircraft down or the spacecraft down.
Okay.
When you're traveling at near light speed, it takes a ridiculous amount of time to slow that aircraft down without you feeling it.
Sure.
So I didn't see the slowdown,
Gotcha.
which takes time as well.
Gotcha.
So that's
There
that's
are.
one piece that was missing. So to start the movie out, you've got a science teacher who wrote a book that stated you don't need water for life to exist,
Right.
which was extremely controversial, and I do believe it is extremely controversial.
Yeah, for sure.
And then
I love
so
how
they
they handled it, though. It was like he was like, "I'm not saying that that's the case here. I'm saying we don't know if that's the case in other
right.
places where life is sustainable. All we know of our knowledge is from this earth, and we need water to live. But
Yep.
that isn't necessarily the case other places. I love how they
Correct.
handled it.
Yep. And what I found was very interesting was how he ended up on the spaceship.
Yeah, that's a
He did not want to go.
spoilers,
Yeah. Oh, if you haven't seen the movie, spoiler alert.
spoilers.
Yeah, we about to spoil the hell out of this one.
Yeah, spoiling the hell out of this one for sure.
So he did not want to go.
Uh
He
huh.
was not a hero. He didn't intend on being a hero.
Yeah.
And they was like, well, you're the only one qualified.
Right.
Guess what? And that sounds like the American government. That
Yeah.
sounds like something they'll do.
So again, I have to keep on referencing back, right? Obviously, I knew that was coming, right? Because I had the book. I knew that was going to come, but it didn't hit as hard for me in the movie. Like I was shocked in the book, and I knew I
Yeah.
wasn't going to be shocked because I knew it was coming. but it didn't come as hard for two reasons. A storyline that was dropped in the movie that was in the book is that you know how they're traveling through space, and basically there's a certain gene that you're supposed to have that allows you to survive the coma to go into space, and only one in every like 4,000 people have it. And so he
They didn't discuss that in the movie.
at all, right? So
Yeah.
the reason why it had to be him is because none of the other scientists around there
Had the gene.
but he
Got
had
it.
the gene, and he didn't even want to test for it, but they just tested him anyway, right? So that was one reason for me why it didn't hit as hard. The second reason is because the woman Strat, the lady who was in charge of this entire project, she was not as cutthroat as she was in the book. In the
Yeah.
book, she was cutthroat. And don't get me wrong, she was pretty cutthroat here. But
Well,
there-
she showed some empathy. She was like, "I'm sorry."
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there was no empathy in the book.
none, absolutely
Okay.
none. That whole the bar singing scene where you got to see a little bit of her humanity is
Mm-hmm.
in the movie only. That is not in the book anywhere. And
I-
there's scenes in the book where like she's literally in court and like these different governments of the world are suing her, and she's like, I have full immunity. Basically, y'all can F yourselves. 'Cause I'm gonna do whatever I want. And so it hit even harder because I was like, oh man, she really is cutthroat. You know what I
But
mean?
you know what? I still think it hit kind of hard because the emotion of the scene where you can tell he was scared shitless.
Ryan Gosling
And
did
they
an
had to
incredible
chase
job.
him down and inject him. And the next you know, he wakes up
Yeah.
halfway, like billions of miles away from the earth. You know what I mean?
Right. So don't get me wrong, it definitely hit, and I feel bad even comparing it because I feel like I'm doing like I'm not talking bad about the movie because I think the movie was really good.
Yeah.
But it just I had that little piece in my brain. I was like, that didn't work like the way I expected it to work.
Yeah.
But well, I think Ryan Gosling's performance was fantastic, and I think him selling that scene of him being, forced to go. Like he sold
Yeah.
it. Like he was incredible.
The only other gripe that I have about it is when he woke up a little too calm. Like come on, bro. You wake up and you were literally snatched up and sent away on a spacecraft, and you're waking up just ready to rock and roll. Let's get after it. I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of emotion of him breaking down a little bit, realizing where he was.
Yeah.
I don't think they tapped on that at all.
They had a lot to get to, and they really
Yeah.
fast tracked that portion because like
Yeah.
it's like 3 chapters in before he can like even realize his own name. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they've really drug it out in the book. So, I understand why they keep they have to fast track some things, right?
Yeah.
I would have liked that too, though. I agree. I would have liked to see a little bit more emotion early on, trying to figure out who he is and why he's here.
Yeah, I think one thing that I think you appreciated was the camera play when he first wakes up.
Oh man.
Like because there's no in space there's no up, down, left, or right.
Right.
So, but when he's moving his head, the camera's
Yes.
moving with him. He's
Love
looking
it.
upside. I was like, yo, I know Jason was in love with this right here, man.
Absolutely, and just the cinematography in general, like
Yeah.
doing space movies, like it's beautiful. It's so
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. I love when they do space movies, and how they play with light and stars and lens flares and things like that. I thought it was beautifully shot.
Yeah.
It was so nice.
And the colors, and I mean, 100%, man. I
Yeah,
completely agree.
yeah. We got to talk about Rocky, man.
I was waiting to get there.
we gotta talk about Rocky, man.
So first, before we talk about Rocky, let's
Okay.
talk about how the spacecraft shows up to what's Ryan Gosling's character,
Grace.
Grace.
Dr.
So
Grace.
if you're running into extraterrestrials out in space, come on, you're not more shocked. You're not more. Yeah, there's just something missing there.
He hesitated. He was hesitant, right?
Yeah.
But again, fast tracking some things because we got to get through this movie.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
got a lot of story to get to. I feel like I was okay with it. I was okay with that.
And then so someone who was not scared or someone who was fearful, he was extremely adventurous. Like the spaceship sends over a
Yeah.
tunnel to connect the spaceships, and he just let me go ahead and walk into this thing and see what's going on. No, bruh.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and that's why I think it's important that they left the detail out to the end that he wasn't the brave person who went. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they
Yeah.
made sure that we didn't know that so that we wouldn't question those things.
Yeah.
But here you are questioning them anyway.
Yeah, yeah. So he was, but I mean, all right. Now that we push past that,
Yeah.
again, extremely intrigued by you run into a new life form
Yeah.
and how advanced they are technological wise. You know,
Right.
they built this near light speed craft as well,
Mm-hmm.
and then their science sent them to the same location to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Their life forms died as well due to radiation or whatever it was. Same
Right.
thing on. So there was a lot of similarities there between the two ships. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And I mean, his ship was incredible. Like how what Rocky was an engineer, right? So he was
Right.
just in charge of the building and maintaining and that kind of stuff. And it was really incredible visually how they built this world, like how he created these tunnels, what they look like compared to our resources we have here. It was a really, I don't want to say believable. That sounds like I think it could actually happen. I guess it could, but it felt
It was
far away
realistic to
enough.
the story. It was
Right.
realistic to the story. Yeah.
And it felt far away enough from what we know to be like, oh, that could be an alien type of
Right.
material. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was great. I really enjoyed that. And I enjoyed Rocky as a whole. I enjoyed him. He was right. He was a lovable sidekick alien, ET, or, thinking of another alien sidekick friend.
Oh, come on.
I don't know, man. He might be up there with ET.
Yeah. So I found it incredible that this is how they wanted to portray the life form. And it pretty
Okay.
much, because it went along with, do we need water to survive? Do we need food to survive? Like, this is a completely different life form doesn't have flesh. It's rocks. And again, it went along with the story. It went along
Yeah.
the storyline, trying to study that of needing water to survive. Because you saw him Rocky eat, but the way he ate.
What's funny? Okay, I'm gonna have to bring you back to the book again. What's funny
Yeah.
is that was a much bigger scene in the book because in their culture, in Rocky's culture, like you do that in private. It's like going to the bathroom. You
Right.
eat privately. You don't show people. And so like they fought about like, I want to watch you do this. And he's like, no, you don't get to watch me
Yeah.
do this. Right. It's supposed to be a thing where, they're fighting, because of their differences in culture. It's the same way that if Ryan Gosling was like, no, you don't need to watch me sleep. And he's like, yes, I do. I need to watch you sleep. So I appreciated those small details of like
That they
how
left out
we-
of the movie.
Yeah, well, I know, right? My bad. But just how the differences in the culture of the alien form, and then us being alien to them, right? Our
Yeah.
differences in culture. I thought that stuff was really, really interesting for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that what about when they're doing this math together? So they're doing this math and this science together. They do the imaging and they see there's something breaking the astrophage.
Yeah.
So the astrophage is going into this planet, but it's
Right.
not returning back to the sun. So how they figure out that there is a predator on that planet, and how they go after and try to prove that and study and then get samples of that predator. And then, man, again, I love space movies. I love sci-fi and how they tackle the entering the atmosphere of this planet and how it affected the spacecraft and how it affected the way the aircraft moved and you show the lighting and the atmosphere. Man, I thought it was awesome, man.
Yeah, dude.
Again, I'm intrigued. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for sure, for sure. Did you watch it with the kiddos or no?
No, it was just
Oh,
me.
okay. I was just wondering.
I'll watch it with him now, but when I watched it, I wanted to make sure I paid attention. Zoe, she likes to ask a bunch of questions. Daddy, what's that? Why are they doing that? So
That must
now
be
I can
in the
watch it with
Robert's
her.
blood. That must
Oh
be
my
in the
god.
Robert's blood because my son will not be quiet. Oh, man. Like, I'm watching this for the first time, just as you, bro. I don't have the answers yet. I don't know. It's funny.
So
Man,
yeah,
it's
I'll
funny.
watch it with the kids now.
Yeah. So I mean, I like I said, I think it's a great movie, especially for young kids. It feels like a buddy, um, you know, a buddy sci-fi movie, right? That is kid appropriate as well. So I thought, yeah, I would absolutely watch with the kids, and I really enjoyed this one. I would say, you know, is it going to be my favorite all time? Sci-fi? Absolutely not.
No, not even close, bro.
Nah, not even close. But is it
Yeah.
one that I'm just like, oh, this is a really good sci-fi movie, and in like, 5 years, 10 years from now, you look at that old movie, and say, oh man, I remember this movie, dude. This movie
Yeah.
was great. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
have those moments where you just
So,
think about a movie.
and
Yeah,
again,
it'd be
so again, I'll watch it again because again, I'm intrigued by the science. I'm intrigued by space,
yeah.
and I'll sit there and watch it again and break down all of that. So the other piece would be let's talk about the journey home.
Or lack thereof. I did. Well, I thought it was again to use that word. It was cute what they did. How he went to go and save Rocky. Now Rocky saved his life. He went to go save Rocky,
Right.
realizing that this is a one-way ticket. And what I appreciate about it was him making up for his lack of bravery early on in the movie, right? Or not
Yeah.
early. I guess we found out late that he wasn't brave. He didn't want to sacrifice his life. He didn't want to be the guy to go and save all humanity by losing his own life, by going on a death, a one-way mission. That's death.
Right.
And so this was the redemption part of that, right? To show his
Yeah.
bravery, he did go and
Uh-huh.
do it. So I think that was great. I think that part landed for sure. I think that hit. Um, I just, I was just like, I don't think you would just survive on an alien planet,
No,
though.
no,
Like that
no.
was,
So again, that's another intriguing piece. So is there another planet out there that can sustain human life? Clearly, Rocky does not have the same chemical makeup we do.
makeup.
So
Yeah.
we don't. They don't need what we need to survive. So that's
Hmm.
an interesting piece.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to back it up a little bit to when he did make that decision. So
Okay.
he's he's on his way home, and then he realizes that the was it astrophage or was it the predator that was escaping
I
that was
thought it
breaking
was.
through?
I thought it was the astrophage. I
Okay,
could be wrong.
so which was going to cause problems in the material condition of the ship.
Right.
So, but he realized that if he did not turn around and go catch up to him, that he would not make it home, and then that their planet would die as well.
Yeah.
So the original plan for Grace was never to return home
Right.
because they didn't have enough astrophage, but Rocky
To make it up.
gave him some.
Had a ton.
Right.
None left. So he was
So,
like, "You can go home."
yep.
And it looked
So
like it was all hopeful, a hopeful ending. Right.
everything looked good, but then again, Ryan Gosling was woken up out of his slumber and to this emergency. So he ended up going with the original plan was to send the probes home with the science behind it, turn around, go catch up with Rocky, which is another piece that science, again, to slow down because he's
Yeah.
moving at near light speed, to turn around and then go back. So they didn't address that piece, but
I'm no scientist.
so he ended up. So, but the other piece is he catches up to Rocky, and he enters the spaceship by just floating over there.
Yeah.
How did he enter the aircraft if it was locked from the inside? But it's here nor there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
some plot holes, but
And I realized lately, we are so much more unforgiving about small things like that
yeah,
than we used to be. We
Yeah.
used to just that's fine.
Enjoy the movie.
It's a movie,
Yeah.
movie magic. Who cares? Now we're a lot more. Everything has to make complete sense. So little things like that.
I
Though
mean,
I
we are
agree, they are plot
dissecting the
holes.
movie. We are
Yeah,
dissecting the movie too. Yeah.
yeah, they are plot holes, but they didn't bother me. That didn't
Yeah.
bother me
Oh
at
no,
all.
no.
Okay, okay.
And so I didn't think about those things until I was preparing for this podcast.
Oh,
So
okay.
when I was watching the movie, I was enjoying
You
it.
just enjoyed the whole thing. Yes.
Right. And then as I'm sitting down, I'm taking my notes and we're talking. I was like, okay, how this
How did
that
this
didn't
happen?
work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure.
So and I don't think a lot of people will catch that stuff initially anyway.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I thought again. So we talked about the ending and them getting to Iridian, right, and it being a place where now Ryan Gosling has made his home and he's become a teacher again. And
Yeah.
again, so that's why we keep using this word. That's why this movie is so cute. It's because of
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
I think ultimately it's going to not hurt it. Hurt's the wrong word, but it will. People will not take it as seriously as other sci-fi space, not just sci-fi, but space movies specifically, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
tons. I love The Matrix, but that's not a space movie. That's a sci-fi.
No, sci-fi.
You got space movies like The Martian or
Ooh.
you know what I mean. Also,
That's a good one.
same
Yeah.
writer as far as the
Yeah.
book goes. He wrote The Martian and he wrote this one.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Andy Weir, I think his name is. But yeah, dude, like, so I think the level of cuteness is going to make people not put
Take
it
it
as
seriously.
high as they would
Yeah.
put, yeah, some other space movies. Like, what are some of the best space movies? Like, you've seen Gravity, or
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about realistic space
yeah,
movies.
you know what I mean. People are going to look at those movies and put them higher than this one because of
Apollo 13.
cuteness. Well, now we're getting into true stories.
Yeah, but damn good movie.
Damn. Good
But
movie.
yeah, Gravity. There's a couple other space station movies, and
Yeah.
I'm a big Trekkie. I love Star Trek, and just the fantasy of that being real.
Sure.
Warp drives and impulse and all. But that's different.
Yeah.
So and because those exceed the speed of light. So
Yeah. Yeah. And as far
but
as alien movie goes, like, one of my favorite is Arrival. Have you seen Arrival?
I have, yeah,
I think that's such an underrated film. It's so great. And it's not a space movie because it all happens here on Earth.
yep,
It's an alien movie, but it is one of the best alien movies I think that has ever existed. It's
right.
so good.
So it's have you seen the movie Battle L.A.?
That's the one with Neo, right?
Yeah, Neil's in it. Yeah.
It's
So
been a while, but I have seen it.
I think that one's pretty good too, with aliens coming to planet Earth.
Yes.
And how it seems plausible, realistic, because Marines are getting after it.
Sure.
So,
Yeah. And so I think because of that, because of the not the lack of realism, we don't know if that's true or not, but because they decided to go in a route that was more family friendly and more cute and more, less gritty and raw and like what would
right.
happen in real life type of thing, people aren't going to give it as much credit as it deserves. But it was
Yeah.
fantastic.
I mean, they wanted it to appeal to the family, so I think they did what they were supposed to do.
Which is a
And-
great thing, because I
Yeah.
always say that, man. There's not enough family movies anymore. You got to go watch a cartoon to watch a family
Yep.
movie.
that will keep the kids entertained as well as the adults.
As the adult, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So 100% agree.
yeah.
But hey, man, you got any final thoughts on the movie?
Final thoughts. We like to rank them. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a ranking out of 10. I would say, to me, this is a solid 7.5.
7.5.
7.5.
I was going to give it just a solid 7.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because the filmography, the camera play, I liked all that, and then some of the science. I thought they really did some good research on the science piece, but and I think you're right. The kiddie play part is what kind of brought it down a little bit, you know.
Yeah, and I feel bad about that because I'm literally the one who's like, man, we need more movies like this, and then we get
Yes.
one, and now I'm complaining about it. So
True. You know,
I am,
we're not complaining about it. We're just calling it how we see it, you know.
yeah. I
So
agree. I agree. But yeah, great movie overall. I would highly recommend. Definitely go watch it for sure.
for sure, 100%.
Yeah,
Easy kill. All right, that's going to be it for take two. That's our final thoughts. Hail Mary, worth seeing. We'll see
absolutely.
you guys next time.